Florida Driver's Manual, Part 3. Driving too slow is also against the law. You should not drive so slowly that you block other vehicles moving at normal speed. When driving slower than the flow of the traffic, keep right so the others may safely pass. You can be issued a ticket for driving too slowly. If the speed limit is 70 miles per hour, you should go no slower than 50 miles per hour. When you are pulled over by a police officer, pull off immediately to the extreme right, preferably clear of traffic. Turn off your engine. Reduce headlights to parking light position at night. Sit calmly and follow the instructions of the officer. You must follow any lawful order or direction of any police officer or fireman who is directing traffic. If a law enforcement officer is directing traffic where there are signal lights, you obey the officer and not the signals. Crossing intersections. More crashes occur at intersections than at any other place. When approaching an intersection or driveway, look both ways and be ready to stop. Drive at the slowest speed approaching an intersection, not crossing it. Do not pass or change lanes. Be aware of vehicles behind you. When you are stopped, look for bicyclists crossing the intersection. Also keep an eye out for other motorists who are coming from the opposite direction. Stop signs. Regular stops. After a complete stop at a stop sign, you must yield right away to all other traffic and pedestrians. Move forward only when the coast is clear. Four-way stops. At four-way stops, the first vehicle to stop should move forward first. If two vehicles reach the intersection at the same time, the driver on the left yields to the driver on the right. Of course, sometimes it is just better to yield to the most impatient driver, even if it is your turn, to avoid getting crunched. Open intersections. An open intersection is one without traffic control signs or signals. You must yield right away at an open intersection if a vehicle is already in the intersection, you enter or cross a state highway from a secondary road, you enter a paved road from an unpaved road, you plan to make a left turn and a vehicle is approaching from the opposite direction. When two cars enter an open intersection at the same time, the driver on the left must yield to the driver on the right. Roundabouts. Hold on, folks. There we go. Roundabouts are circular intersections with no traffic signal. They improve traffic flow and reduce traffic crashes. They slow vehicle speed, allowing drivers more time to judge and react to other vehicles and pedestrians. Drivers entering the roundabout must yield to traffic already in the circle. Roundabouts go in a one-way, counterclockwise direction. For multi-lane roundabouts, stay in the left lane to turn left and the right lane to turn right. All lanes can go through unless otherwise directed by signs or pavement markings. Stay in your lane within the roundabout and use your right turn signal to indicate your intention to exit. Drivers must yield to pedestrians before entering or exiting. Bicyclists may take the lane in the roundabouts or use the sidewalks. Pedestrians. Pedestrians are people who are walking, jogging, bicycling, or skating in a crosswalk or driveway. It is the motorist's responsibility to avoid colliding into them. Turning motorists must stop for pedestrians at intersections and driveways. Motorists must stop or yield for pedestrians crossing the street or driveway at any marked mid-block crossing, driveway, or intersection without traffic signals. Drivers must not block the crosswalk or have their vehicle overhang into it while stopped at a red light. Doing so forces the pedestrian to go around and puts them in peril. You must stop and remain stopped for pedestrians on the sidewalk when entering or leaving an alley, driveway, or private road. Do not make a turn that causes a pedestrian to stop or slow down. Be aware of children who may not be aware of traffic rules and dangers. Be respectful of pedestrians who have difficulty crossing streets, such as the elderly or handicapped persons. When approaching a stopped vehicle at a crosswalk, when an approaching vehicle sees a car stopped at a crosswalk, they should assume there is a pedestrian crossing the street, even if they don't see one. The other vehicle may block the approaching vehicle's view of the pedestrian.